If you give girl pele the way you dey waka so, you were one there? Or as a lady, they told you the day you come here pregnant, you were one, Abi? So, just take a look at this. You were not trained on the way to go, yet you were filled with fear and threats. Were you told why you shouldn't do those things? But you were just warned that if you try it, I will kill you, I'll finish you. But see where the problem starts. From your teenage, or for some people from even childhood, your hormones begin to speak. They begin to talk to you. They begin to get alive. And those hormones are saying that, I see that girl, oh, she's fine. I like her. I want to talk to her. This is going on in your brain, no matter how well you speak in tongues. In fact, let me just make it more terrible. Why do pastors have the finest wives? And they see, and they reason. Say, hey, I see something there. Sister, can I talk to you? Listen, it's nothing bad, so don't be afraid. But you see, those hormones I spoke about were put in there by who? By who? Let's say it together. God put my hormones in me. The feelings I feel were put in there by God. And they are proof that I'm a healthy human being. Celebrate that, somebody. Yes. Let me tell you a little story about myself. Growing up, at some point in my life, where this started becoming real to me, I discovered I used to, as it were, trip for fine ladies a lot. I used to trip. I used to lust at some point, L-U-S-T, And then I would go home and pray, God, what is going on, Lord? I want to serve you for the rest of my life. I don't want this anymore, Lord. Lord, take it away. Lord, take it away. Lord, take it away. And the Lord didn't take it away. He didn't. One time I prayed, Lord, the next time I feel like this towards a lady, oh Lord, cast me away from your presence. You never know what you're saying. Lord, don't forgive me anymore. God will say, easy to catch cruise. He has a laugh. You see this moment, never even know what's up. You need that thing, Joe. Calm down. Yes, because it was put in there by God. So guess what? Your feelings are coming alive. There are attractions now towards the opposite gender. Okay? And nobody is telling you the usefulness of that. Yet, what you are getting is warning and threat. Do you know that fear is not enough to deter you from doing something that is wrong? Do you know that? Many of you in secondary schools then, if you come late, they will flog you. But what? You still come and you go bone decay, flog. How many C's? Flog. You will cut grass, no problem, but you will still come late. Fear is not enough to deter you from doing what you really want to do. That's the truth. So that's why that fear didn't work. Because no matter how they told you, don't go out at night, this or don't do that. Guess what? At the slightest chance, you jump fence. Some of you managed to be good at home. And then your parents were unlucky the day you got admission into university. You celebrated your freedom. Oh, they thought you were happy that you got admission. They didn't know you were happy that you got freedom. Why? Because you felt like you had been caged. There were many things you wanted to do. There were events you wanted to attend, late nights, you wanted to hang out, you wanted to do stuff, but you couldn't try it under their roofs. And now you had all the chance in your hands. And you're saying to yourself, they go hear from me for this school. They know where I be. Now, again, all of that is not yet wrong. Say not yet wrong. Because all of those desires were put in you by God. But you need to understand the purpose for those feelings you feel. Listen to me. Your sexual urges were activated from the moment in creation where God said, and let them be fruitful and multiply. That is when your sexual urges were activated. Why? Because how are you going to be fruitful if you're not going to be attracted to a woman and if you're not going to consummate with her? Do you understand that? So God himself from the beginning knew that you were going to be like this. Let me tell you the other part about my story. What set me free was when I understood what I'm sharing with you now. That these feelings I'm praying for God to take away, he actually put them there. They are not going anywhere. Wow. And then I also understood better that they are there for a reason. Somebody say for a reason. Listen, if man does not have the natural urge and desire to procreate, to have sex, and give birth to children, if that natural desire is not there, let me tell you the truth. There are many men here who will focus on work and will not see woman. Yes. Yes. And even when they see woman, it's just use and go. No affection. No nothing. Do you understand? There are many people who would do that. So God knew that it has to be a natural thing, that from a particular point in your life, you will receive this ability to procreate. You are attracted towards the opposite gender so that you can come together at some point, get married, and have the full rights to go all out and reproduce. That was why from the beginning in creation, God made all the animals male and female for procreation. Let's say that together. For procreation. Do you know what that means? Procreation. Create is to bring to life, to bring something new. Pro is for. So God made that so that you will be able to, mankind will be able to bring forth life. That is why the human race is preserved till today. Hallelujah. So how was man going to have dominion over the earth if after Adam and Eve, they live and die? No children. There will be a problem. So God will not start another, let us make man in our image. How about now? But you see, God is intentional. Say it with me. God is intentional. God is deliberate. Say it with me. So from the beginning, he put in you everything that you need to fulfill purpose and destiny. Somebody celebrate that. Hallelujah. From the beginning, he put it all there. Now, it is those feelings you begin to feel that make you say you are now falling in love. Whew. If I talk about love right now, no, I'll save it for syndicate. But I'll just give a little tips. Because it can take me some time to break it down. Most of the things you call love is actually not love. I will show you that. I'll touch it in a bit. Okay, but you see, for meetings like this, it's good to be guided because I could do what I'm doing now for 4 hours, but I'm not going to do that. Don't fear. I mean, I could just go on and on and on because it is what I love to do. I do it without a struggle. So I put down a number of things to guide me. Just a while ago, I'll come back to the love matter. Just a while ago, I shared with you some of these statistics. Let's see the fifth one, and then I'll show you the reasons for the divorce. Oh, see this point. Please read it for me. More lavish weddings may predict less successful marriages. I hope you know there's a difference between wedding and marriage. Wedding ceremony is a ceremony. Marriage is not a ceremony. It's a lifetime commitment. Are you with me? The wedding is most times a day or two or multiple days, no problem. It's a ceremony. You invite people. Let's eat and drink. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy ourselves because I'm getting married to the one I love. No problem. But guess what? It's a one-day event. It's a public show. Your wedding is not a picture of what happens in the marriage. After all, how many of you have attended weddings where they say you may feed your husband and the woman will kneel down, clean his shoe, clean his shirt, clean everything, and feed him? Yes, my Lord the King. And you visit them at home. She say, "Oga, food is ready. Go and serve yourself." Do you understand? So my point is, when people spend more time preparing for their wedding, they are more likely to experience issues in the marriage. Why? Because the time they spend preparing for the wedding is an indication of what their true values are. It's an indication of where their mind really is. You know, they want to impress people. They want to do everything good externally. Meanwhile, these two people many times did not even sit down for a counseling session. Or were dozing in counseling session. Or were saying, oh, round up, be fast now. You know, we have to go and snap picture. We have to go and do this. So they did not spend time preparing for the marriage. Rather, they took that time preparing for the wedding. And guess what? The wedding was very beautiful and the world talked about it. It was on all the blogging platforms. It was everywhere. But guess what? 1 year down the line, you hear what? They are going separate ways. Because they took time to prepare a lavish wedding, but did not take time to prepare a blissful marriage. And let me just say this so that I don't forget. At some point in the masterclass, I will focus on preparing for marriage. You know, what it means to prepare for marriage. I know that the things I'm sharing with you, some of you will be hearing them for the first time in your lives. And it will save many people and give you direction for what you're getting into called relationship. Hallelujah. All right, so let's see the reasons for those divorce rates and all those things that we read earlier. We can just put all of them. Okay, 1, lack of commitment. Take note, lack of commitment so far together in a research, and there's no attempt to be a winner. Rather, there is an attempt to let the other person win. That's one of the recipes for peace in marriage. Let him win. Let her win. Because every time you win an argument, you lose a friend. Take note, nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to feel wrong. That is why you argue, so that the other person will accept that you're right. And that is why you refuse to accept that you are wrong. Even when you know you're wrong, you start looking for points. Why is that? Because you want to feel happy that you won. You don't want to feel sad. That feeling that you don't want, the other person too does not want it. So if you're that kind who always wants to win your wife or wants to win your husband, you would always argue and see where it can lead to. It can lead to divorce. Let's go on very quickly so I can touch a few other things. Infidelity. I'm sure many of you thought infidelity would be the highest reason why people break up in marriage. It's not. It's not infidelity. It came up to the 3rd position at 55%. See the 4th point there, married too young. Married too young. Too young. Some of you think that your life goal is to get married. There's something I say, that there are many young ladies whose dreams in life is to get married to the man of their dreams. That's your dream. You wait when you catch it. My dream in life, my goal, is to marry the man of my dreams. After then, go. You will bore him off. He will be bored of you. He will run away for his life. Because you never had a vision for your life. You don't even know what you are doing. You tie your life and the importance of your life to one man. It's too much for him. He has issues on his mind. You will catch it when you catch it. All right? So, you think I must marry. My mates are married.